Hello and welcome. People were very happy and enthused about playing Terraforming Mars a little bit slower. I'm not going to do it for every video, but I figured maybe we should do another one today. So, solo challenge with prelude off, and let's just explain the decisions that we're making for a particular start. I really want Thorgate to work. I know that I've brought this up many times lately, and it's really not that great of a company for many reasons. In fact, this is a very subpar start that I don't think will be. It just won't serve the discussion very well. There's not very much early game, low hanging fruit to explain what we'd want to be doing. Whereas this has at least a little bit more that we can point at. So Saturn Systems is a pretty powerful company. Though if you're new for terraforming, the biggest way to screw up or fail to terraform using Saturn Systems is to lean into this. Think of Saturn Systems as starting with a titanium production worth $3 and a money production worth $1. Sometimes Jovian cards are worthwhile to play, and that gives you income. But most of the Jovian cards don't actually help you in terraforming the planet, and generally they're quite expensive. So really this company's more of, in line for that. Starts with $42, it's quite healthy. Interplanetary Cinematics, you can think of it as starting with $30 and $40 worth of steel. So if you have an opening hand with lots of building tags, absolutely I recommend starting with Interplanetary Cinematics, especially if you have something like Advanced Alloys, which ups the value of this steel from $40 to $60. And then each time you play an event, get $2 back. This is another one of those things that you can kind of forget about. Like, you can play events as you normally do, and over the course of the game, whether you play 5 or 10 events, you're going to get between, $10 and $20 back. So do not be afraid. Like, if you think about it like that, this company you get to start with $70 and maybe make another 10 to 20, whereas this company you start with $40, right? Much less, but you're going to make, 12, sorry, what is it? Like, almost 30 plus another, couple of productions, so $40 worth of titanium over the course of the game. So that's like $80 plus 1 per round, so $90. So this is money spread out. This is money all up front. Anyways, all of that to say that we like the Saturn Systems more. This space tag gives you income for space tags, so we're looking to amass those. Mineral deposit without anything. If you just buy it for $3, play it for $5, that's $8 total, but you get $10 worth of steel. So if we have something like Deep Well Heating, why not? If we had a steel production, I wouldn't mind getting another. And I generally grab investment loan. Now, this one is maybe a little bit more controversial because you spend 3 money up front so that you can spend 3 money again and then get 10. So you're only making a $4 profit, and you have a -1 income. So it's not that powerful early, but it can be used at a time to help you get a card out that you otherwise may not have been able to get out. So that's fine. We're going to start with the mineral deposit, and we're going to get the Deep Well Heating. And then this is a wild tag. It counts towards anything after it's been played, right? When we take an action. It does not count towards any tag when it's played, which means it does not give us this bonus. So now we have $13. Yes, we could get another little bit of income if we played both these cards, but I'm actually $1 shy to play both these cards, and 2 income isn't that appealing. Something like Ganymede Colony, though, gives us an income for the Jovian tag and could give us an income for the space tag given satellites. So $20 for 2 income is not good, but if it's a card that we want to play anyway, worth considering. Space Mirrors is another space tag. I do like cheap science, but I don't think that this is the run to pursue it. So, with that said, we play Research Coordination and Space Mirrors. Space Mirrors we bought almost specifically for this space tag. And then If I play satellites now, I miss out on the income from Ganymede Colony. Even if I play the investment loan. It's only 3 income. I feel like we can make this better. So in that case, I am going to play Ganymede Colony. This is 1 income. This is 3 income. But if I get 1 income now, next round I can get 4 income, maybe more. So we're going to play this and move on. Another space tag? No. But we did get quite lucky in picking up some cards that we do like. It's hard for me to advocate for Medical Lab right now because it's a late or mid-game powerhouse if you get lots of building tags. We have a wild tag and things. It's also a science tag towards cards with that requirement. It also has a point on it. So for points purposes and for scaling with science, I'm picking this card up. Lake Marineris we're picking up because we need to have 9 oceans over the course of the game. A standard project costs 18 for 1 ocean. This costs 18 for 2, and I get 2 points. We need the temperature to go up, but either way, we need the temperature to go up to win the game. And then Comet is just a great value for oceans and heat in the same way. And with these 3 oceans, plus the free one on the track, we just need to find 5 more oceans. So we did not get any additional space tags, so we're just going to take our income here and go to the next round. Okay, money back for events. Mining, all of this is very powerful. I can't really go into super depth, but like getting money back from events makes the investment loan that much more appealing. The mining rights is going to give us income. I could choose titanium, but I could also choose steel. If I choose steel, that enables the Grand Escarpment. In fact, I might play Media Group and investment loan just to make that possible, because this is $9 total, but then I'll get $10 back plus 3, so $13, and that will end up getting us more production than the 1 production we're losing for investment loan. And I am going to choose steel. I'm going to choose steel here. This opportunity doesn't come up very often, but when you get a greenery with 8 plants or through standard means, you have to play it adjacent if possible to a tile that you play. So by grabbing this 2 steel, I'll be forcing myself to play greeneries in the south with no benefit because there's like these tiles are empty. But if I put it here, when I go to place a greenery, I'll have a free hand because I cannot legally put it beside my spot, so I can put it anywhere. So that gives me the steel production, which I wanted. And then the Grand Escarpment gets me some more. Awesome. Round 5, this restricted area would have circumvented that issue anyway. But hired raiders, think about it. You spend $1 and you can steal for 3. Or you can steal for 2 steel, which is $1 of profit. Either way, you're barely breaking even. But you're making a little bit of a profit, maybe. But with us having played the card I mentioned earlier, Media Group, this is any event played, we make $3. So absolutely a great card for us in this circumstance. We could be buying energy production, but I think I'd rather get further through the deck. Yes, we could do some terraforming, but there's other cards that could synergize with these, whether it's making them cheaper or getting money back on space events. Also, there's cards that synergize with placing oceans, so you get 2 extra plants every time you play oceans. So there's a lot of things that could synergize, even with imported hydrogen. If we get 1-point animals and you're going after score, these 2 animals are often more valuable than the 3 plants. So lots of things to consider. So we're just going to go ahead and play a card, draw a machine. Then we will go ahead and spend $2 to draw a card. Nuclear power is interesting. I think we spend the $1 to steal the 2 steel. And now we get as many building tags as fast as we can. I don't know that I want to lose income, but getting slow power is not, it's not that bad. And then unfortunately we're a couple dollars shy here. Flooding loses a point, but you gain a TR. Protected Valley is good. A lot of these cards are positive. We like them. We get money back on events. So I think what we'll do is the flooding, and let's grab these 2 cards. Have even more options. This is a bad card, but that's fine. And then once again, Soil Factory. So now we're at 5 building tags, right? So a card like Medical Lab is now $13, and because it brings the 6th building tag, it's actually 3 income, which is quite nice. Not to mention earlier, I didn't even mention that I grabbed Standard Technology. Yes, it brings the science tag, but this here is a complete bailout. If you find that you have not gotten terraforming cards and it's the end of the game, you have money. And with this card, you can buy out the win. I avoid playing it early because playing cards is still better. We can get rebates on the event, write the money back, we can get discounts. We can play something like that ocean card I was talking about earlier, like Marineris, where you get just... This is still better than buying 2 oceans, standard project-wise, and getting $3 back, right? Because you have to pay for this card to buy it, pay for this card to play it, that's $9. Pretend you get that for free. It's still an $18 ocean that you have to buy, get $3 back, and another $18 ocean you have to buy and get $3 back, so $30. Whereas Lake Marineris, you had to buy it, sure, but that's $21. That's much less than $30, and you get all those points. So with all that said, let's go ahead and just pass. Right now the heat is quietly turning into, the energy is quietly turning into heat. There's some more science tags. Quantum Extractor is another very powerful card. 4 energy, right? We just did that. 3 energy, less energy, with the card that we played here, Nuclear Power. It cost 10 instead of 13, and it came with only 3 energy and a -2 to my money production. And this, instead of having -2 to my money production, has -2 for space cards played. Again, it requires that we have science tags, but we have a wild tag, we have a science tag, and like we have plenty. So we've been slowly accumulating science tags just in case we get lucky, and now we know it's worth investing. Viral Enhancers is a huge point scoring card because you can get a bunch of extra animals. Even late game, playing green cards like Heather we have in our hand. Heather, Protected Valley. Getting a bonus plant for doing all of those is very powerful as well. Not to mention we get another ocean card. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1 for free, 6. We're still looking for 3 more oceans. So we've bought lots of cards. We have 13 cards in our hand. We have buying another one. We have $12, 14 cards in our hand. Whoa, right? We're losing. Don't get nervous. Look at that. We got more energy. There's an argument to be made that I might heed, is that like we have all this titanium, we should be making it work for us. But at the same time, can't really do that because I'd rather wait until I have my space discount. Why worry about playing my space card now when I can just wait and then have a discount on it in like another turn? We might even get something like Earth Catapult. This is $2 off of everything. Absolutely worth taking a moment and going after. Cartel is good because it gives you an income per Earth tag, and the Earth Catapult is 1, but so is our wild tag, right? So pretty good overall. Unfortunately, we can't afford the Earth Catapult this turn. So instead of playing anything, my mind is asking the question, is it worth waiting for Earth Catapult next turn, or is it better to play a couple of cards to get the Quantum Extractor now and get this 4 energy started? I think I'm going to wait. So going into Generation 9, we have like hardly terraformed the planet. I'm not worried about any of those cards. Don't worry about it. We've like hardly terraformed the planet. We have 1 ocean and 2 heat bumps, and it's Generation 9. But my rule of thumb is if you're building an engine, right, getting income, piling cards that you know you're going to need for terraforming, building up a science or a discount or a rebate strategy, you can do that all the way to Generation 10. At Generation 10, you have to start terraforming. You can't think, oh, I'm still putting together my engine. At generation 10 is when you go. Unless you've played the game many times, like I have, and like some people watching have for sure, and you know, like, this is a banger. I've got all these rebates, I got all these discounts. I need one more turn. Maybe generation 11 you start, but that's with like $5 off of every card, many dollars off of every science tag, money back on events. Like, there's so much that needs to be done. In fact, I have a video, if you look it up on my channel. I think it was called Outside of the Box or something. I terraformed Mars in a single generation. It was just a run where back when we could still mod the save file. I started in generation 14, having accumulated the money just from my 14 TR that you start the game with, and a whole bunch of cards that I had to pay for. And in a single generation, we terraformed the entire planet. I highly recommend that you see it, just so that you put your cap on for like, oh, it's too late for me, or oh, it's what. No, man, you can do it all in one generation. You just need the right cards. Anyway, so we're here. Let's get our discount. We love it. Earth Catapult. Everything's now $2 cheaper. We know that we have a wild tag, so this is a 4 income card. That's pretty good. Is there any way for me to play this? There is. If I play standard technology, that allows me to play quantum extractor. Now, I don't have enough to play cartel, but I can get money back by playing another card. I really wanted to wait to get animals back. I could play the comet. Maybe I will play the comet. I just don't want to overpay, but I guess I will. So now the $3 we get back is fine. I could go for titanium, but we'll just go for plants for now. That gets me $6 back, and because of my $2 discount on every card, cartel gets played. Bam. And like, I could have played cartel, but by playing the comet first and getting the placement bonus and the money back on the rebate, we're able to get this extra heat income and 2 TR, which is going to give us that much more to work with the next generation, right? So you got to remember, like, you got to find ways of making value every freaking turn. Urbanized area can be fun. It's kind of points focused. Let's not worry about cities this game. GHG factories, we love it. Get some heat production. Right now, we're getting heat. I don't know what the term would be, like by proxy, just over time, just because we have so much energy production, but we would like to do better. Let's go with the viral enhancer, and if I play a protected valley, that'll open me up to getting another greenery. I think I can play mining expedition first. Again, we're getting $3 back for playing this. We're getting it $2 cheaper. We're getting a bunch of steel. That steel allows us to play the protected valley. I like to go here with my protected valley, so it gives me access to this later on. All those green replacements. Go here, grab some titanium. And I didn't get the GHG factories this generation. That's a little bit of a mistake on my part, quite frankly, but like, because I could have placed my greenery here for an extra steel and $2. That would have gotten me $1 away, and then I could have sold protected habs. Had I seen that opportunity, I would have gone for it. Noctis City is just a fantastic city. Immigrant City is just so cheap, and if you're doing that, you may as well go Rover. I'm sorry, now the points. I'm literally chasing points right now. I hope that that's very clear to people. That it's not required right now. I could absolutely just focus on terraforming the planet. In fact, really likely that I should, but instead I'm being a bit greedy and trying to get away with doing things that I do not absolutely have to do. Now, what I would like is to play this card here. We're not able to go for animals this game. We're not going to have enough money to win and get that all done, but by doing this, I can play Rover Construction. I'm not worried about getting extra income from Immigrant City. I don't think. Am I? Would I? Okay, maybe I am. Because if I play this first. And I'm just going to go strictly for money back, because we can't go that extravagant right now. So we go strictly for money back. Then we play Noctis City. That gives us the 3 income on Noctis City, plus the income from this Immigrant City. And now, I don't need money this turn. I want to play GHG Factories. I don't need the money, extra money to do it. So instead, I'm going to just place a greenery for plants. And then next turn. All right, things are fine. Now we desperately, because of this, I was greedy and built those cities. We need to chase some terraforming. This here, for instance, would be 1 heat bump, which is not that good. But there is placement bonuses because of it. No, I think we simply pass. We draw a card, see if we can do any better. Local heat trapping is not awful by any stretch of the imagination. I think that it's time. We have a card played. I mentioned it earlier. If you get unlucky and you don't get any terraforming cards, you can always lean on standard technology. Even though we have card discounts, which is what we really want to be using, these card discounts that we've played, standard technology is what bails us out when things don't go so great. Is there anything that we're looking to play? Almost all of the restricted cards that we want to play now are heat restricted, right? There is one that's ocean restricted, and that's kelp farming. If I bought 2 oceans, I could build a greenery here, maybe get the next ocean, but I won't have it till next gen. And I have so many oceans in hand, right? Oh, I guess I only have 3 more, plus this one. So we don't want to buy that many standard project oceans. Instead, we're just going to heat bump, double check our cards, because see, we do have Heather. But we get money back after doing a standard project, so we do another heat bump, and then we do Heather. Again, it's going to viral enhance for an extra plant. And we're going to go over this time, because my greenery here is worth more adjacencies. Obviously, I want one here by the end of the game. If we get oceans here, I want something there, and if we can get oceans all the way over. I don't think that we're out of this yet. People can get discouraged easily in this game if you're not, you know, working on your own times table, but we have 2 generations left, right? 2 whole generations. We can't go for research even though it gives us card drawing points. We absolutely need the draws to be a little bit more fortunate for us, which they is not being. But that's fine. We're gonna get there. So are we gonna get there? We're gonna be hard pressed. It's gonna be hard pressed. Because I just don't have the heat. How do we work around this? Just reviewing our options. I have 2 oceans here plus 1 for free. So I do need 2 more oceans, but I think we just need the heat more than anything. So heat bump. Buying heat with a $3 rebate is very efficient, so it allows us to be very aggressive in purchasing out what we like, ending the game basically. Now I would love, absolutely love, if we could get a single plant, but it cannot be done. It's close though. You'd be surprised, because playing something like small animals, you could enhance it with that viral enhancer. Don't take an animal, take a plant instead. Bob's your uncle. Get an ocean in some way. Lake Marineris is closer than you think. It is playable. But yeah, just can do it. Okay, this heat is not quite enough for a heat bump, unfortunately. But it is worth playing, because we have 3 titanium that's going to waste right now. So functionally, we're buying the card for 3. And then when we play it, we're going to get $3 back in a rebate. Now it's time for Lake Marineris. We're going to completely build this out so that we can get a greenery in here. Allows us to play you. Now, because we got our heat up, we can actually do a local heat trapping. And that's going to get us 4 more plants, which we're going to put... And we've got a long way to go. And a short while to get there. I don't think that we can make it. Like, we're absolutely so, so desperately far away right now. I mean, we're coming pretty close, but I know it's not gonna go well for people that are like, but you said not to get disparaged. I'm like, I thought that. And then we went 4 or 5 generations without seeing a single space event to help me terraform the planet or get plants. So, you know, I also didn't get any oxygen bumper. I didn't say it out loud, but I was trying to maintain my energy production of at least 4. So if an oxygen bumper did come up, we could resort to the ox gang. We have 6 steel right now, right? Like, and a bunch of titanium, but unfortunate. I guess we just take the kelp farming. Grab a bunch of plants. Buy out a couple of last minute points cards. And call it a day. Unfortunate. I mean, we did, again, we invested in discount and rebate cards, and then we failed to get in the draw, in the drafts, discounts and rebate cards. So even myself, an experienced terraformer, I obviously should not have bought those cities. I could have won had we just, you know, standard projected from that turn onward. But that's no fun. That's no fun. You gotta spice it up and go for some cards. I hope you enjoyed. It was a slower run, and it was a failed run. But I think that there's lots of lessons in here. Not to mention checking out the video we have of how to score big. That's another big one I think I have out there about terraforming generations early. We have the one terraforming in a single generation. Can we do it? Lots of highlights for sure that were really fun runs. And even 1-card challenges. Those are only like a couple minutes long, those videos, but good stuff. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.